Hello guys, and in this video I'm going to talk about PHP, that is personal homepage or hypertext preprocessor as you know it. And we will be looking at PHP at a dynamic content generator level, and later we will be seeing it in more of like in the role of a dynamic web content generator, I mean dynamic HTML generator. So in this video we will not be dealing with any kind of web things, but we will be looking at how PHP works at its core. Okay, so first of all I would like to talk about the prerequisites before starting off with this video, and I would like to be a little honest in this point because you must have to have a prior knowledge in programming in any language. It can be any language like C or Python or Java. Well, so I mean, one might not just want to start off their programming journey in PHP because I do not think it as a better way to start. So I am requesting to have a prior knowledge in programming and then start off with this video. So without getting further ado, let's go to the PHP page first. Now, if you search PHP here, the first link is the official PHP page, their official page here. And as you see, they have written the full form, that is the hypertext preprocessor, and that is called something as the recursive abbreviation. So that's not something we will be talking about more. So here, as you can see, you can download PHP from here. You directly have the download option, so you can download from here, and the installation also is pretty straightforward. Just clicking next and it will install on your machine. So here you can also see the current version, that is 8.2.4, and as long as there is no 9 version, PHP 9 version, I think these videos, or at least this video, will be pretty good for follow along. Yeah, so you can just download PHP from here, but I will not be doing that, and I will be telling that reason in a minute. Instead, you will search in Google for XAMPP, that is XAMPP, and you will download anything that matches your system. I have Windows, so I need to download this version of Windows 64-bit because my machine is 64-bit. So you can download Linux version if you have Linux machine, or you have to download the Mac version if you have Mac. So download it, and this installation is also pretty straightforward. So why I am telling you to download this XAMPP and not the official PHP? There are pretty good reasons for that, and I'm not telling that downloading this PHP will not work. Obviously that will work, but as a beginner, downloading XAMPP will help you better. That's the reason for now. So if you have downloaded and installed XAMPP in a default in all default options, then you can go to your C drive here, and you will find this folder named XAMPP if you have done the installation in all the default options. Now if you have changed anything, then you should know what you are doing. So just go to the folder where you have installed the XAMPP. I have the default installation, so I will be going here. So inside this you can see this folder called PHP. Yeah, so this is the software XAMPP. PHP comes with it. Now this doesn't mean that XAMPP has created PHP, or it's the people of XAMPP that has built PHP. It's not like that. XAMPP is a software that is a collection of softwares. That is a collection of many softwares. Now if I open up this XAMPP, and it is called the control panel, XAMPP control panel. So if I open up that software here, so please spare me a minute. So here you can see uh, these softwares: Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Mercury, and Tomcat. These are the softwares that comes with XAMPP, and this is kind of a control panel from where you can start or stop or configure these applications easily. Yeah, so that is because uh, I have told you to download this XAMPP, because we will be needing these softwares in the future. Um, that's a topic for future. So at this point we will not be dealing with any of this. We'll be just dealing with PHP, and as PHP comes with XAMPP, so installing just XAMPP is sufficient for you. So just go to the folder named PHP and click on this upper box here. You will get the path of it. Just copy it by pressing Ctrl C. Now in bottom here, go to search and type env, and you will get this: edit the environment variables. So if you click on that, and you will get this box, then you can see here the environment variables option. By going here, you can find this path option. Next you need to click on this edit option, and here you can see this box. Here also you need to click on this new option, and you need to paste that path you just copied by pressing Ctrl V, and you need to close all these boxes by pressing OK. Now I have already done that, so I will press cancel. I will close this box as I have done it earlier. Now why we did this? We did this because we want our system to know that we have installed PHP. Yes. So after doing this thing I have done, just setting up the environment variables, if you go to your terminal, and by terminal I mean PowerShell, so you can search here by typing PowerShell, Windows PowerShell. It is the default application, anyone will be having it, and it is like the terminal in Linux. And yeah, yes, if you are using Linux or Mac, you can just open up the terminal. So here you need to type PHP and then a -v, then press enter. Then if you get this message instead of an error message, then the installation is successful and setting up the environment variable is also successful. So I can now just clear up the screen. So now as we have PHP in our system, we will be running a simple program and see how to run that. And in the next video maybe we'll be looking at the architecture of PHP, that is how PHP works, how it compiles, what are the pieces. Yeah, so I can just now create any folder. You can create any folder, so just new folder, and inside in this folder I can open up the PowerShell window by holding the shift button and then pressing the right click. So now I will get this additional option, open PowerShell window here. Open PowerShell window here. So the PowerShell will be opened in this folder, as you can see in the desktop and new folder. So here I will create a new PHP file. So and open it in Notepad. So I can just type Notepad first.php. Now every PHP file must have this extension .php. So if I now press enter, so you see that a new file called first.php is created, and it is opened in Notepad. You can use any text editor for the first time, and for basics I am using Notepad. So here let me open it in side by side. Now let me clear it first. if I type here, this is the PHP program, the .php file that is open in the notepad here, and this is just the terminal window. Now if I type here just hello and save it, you must save it before running it. Let me get bigger. Yeah. So now if I type here php and the name of the file first.php and press enter, then you see that I have written hello in the file, and that hello is printed in here as output. Now if I write anything gibberish and save it and then run it again, you can see that whatever I am writing here in this PHP file, that is being printed in the console as output. Now this is something strange in PHP, because this is not something a code, right? This is some text file, and whenever I'm running this program, this is just giving me output whatever I'm writing here. Now to write actual code, now to execute something, now here if I write 10 plus 2, this is just a text, this is nothing. Yeah, this is not a number, 10 is not a number, 2 is not a number, this plus is not addition operation, this is just text like these ones. These are just text, normal text. Now if I run it, it will just show it as normal text. Now if you want to calculate this and print the result, then you need to execute something, then you need to actually do something that is executable, that is a programming instruction. So how to do that? You need to write like an angular bracket, then question mark, and write PHP, then, and inside this whatever you will write will be considered as PHP code. Now here you cannot write anything gibberish. If I write and now run the program, you will be getting a fatal error, because this is not something gibberish, this is a PHP program, and this have to be meaningful, this have to be according to the PHP syntax. Let me clear it first. Now here if I write echo 10 plus 2 and a semicolon is a must, and save it and then run it, then you will see that these are the output from the previous gibberish text, and this 12 at the last is the result of this addition, and echo is for printing out. Okay, so if I now this is 20 and now run it, then you will see 22 here, and outside this block, this PHP block, anything I write, that will be considered as normal text, and it will just be printed as it is. This 22 is for this echo, and this gibberish is here. Well, so we'll be looking at more things. We will be looking at the basics of PHP, how PHP works, variables, if conditions, loops in our next videos. So if you like it, then please leave a like. Bye.